Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Welcome back, Collective. Welcome back into the channel, you guys. So glad to have you here with me again. So, this is going to be messages from the Cosmic Oracle. I'm just going to do our, normal spread of whatever comes out. And let's see what it is I need to address, with you guys today. And then at the end, I will also get you some cosmic energy oracle cards, which will just kind of give us an idea of what we need to be focusing on in regards to our current path right now. All right. Welcome in all of my current followers and subscribers. Welcome back, you guys. It's always great to have you here with me. The love and support that you show me is truly appreciated. To all of my incoming followers and subscribers, welcome in, you guys, and hopefully the messages are useful for you as well. All right. Well, let's see. Our first message out says, "Speak up and speak out. Let your voice be heard loud and clear." So, yes, collective, this is a message of encouragement for communication. So, it seems like there's something that you've had on your mind, that you've been maybe too afraid to say to someone, to, talk about, maybe it's a sensitive topic. But this is a message of encouragement to never be afraid to speak up and speak out when you need to. Make sure your voice is heard and people understand you loud and clear. This is about making sure that the energies around you, the people around you, they know who you are and they respect it. You know, closed mouths don't get fed, as they say. So, definitely make sure that, whatever you got going on, if there's something that's bothering you or something you feel like you need to talk about with someone, don't be afraid to open up and, let yourself be heard. Bet on yourself, take chances, reach your dreams. You've got this. Well, yes, I believe in you guys. So, this is basically a message of encouragement to take a chance. If there is something that you're working towards right now that you want, you know, some things you just have to take a risk on and it's worth it, especially if it will lead you to the things that you desire, person, a place, or a thing, whatever it may be. But bet on yourself. This is about having confidence. This is about knowing your worth. And this is about you going after something that you feel you deserve. Yeah, reach your dreams, collective. Take a chance on yourself. You'll be surprised. You may be surprised. Okay, what else does my collective need to talk about? You got some messages out here. Looks like those wanted to come out, but they were hesitating. Now, there we go. Okay, there's one. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? That is really a question for you, collective. I can tell you what I think you should focus on, obviously. But it's really a matter of your mindset. It's really a matter of, would you rather walk through every day with a pessimistic attitude and basically assume that nothing will ever work out for you and then act surprised when it doesn't? Or would you rather be optimistic and have a positive attitude and, most likely get the things that you desire, the things that you work for, and get more happiness because you actually accomplish what you set your mind to? Even when it comes to life's challenges on all levels, you can allow a mishap or something that comes up unexpectedly to completely ruin your day and every day moving forward if you like, but it's not going to fix it. It's not going to make it go away by worrying. So, again, life can be hard and it can also be wonderful. Focus on the wonderful aspects of life. The things that become challenges, you got to focus on them in order to find solutions to them, but it shouldn't take away your feeling of enjoying your life. You know, life is so much more, and I think we forget all aspects of it when we're caught up in our everyday distractions and obligations. So just keep that in mind. What else? What else we need to talk about? What else do we need to talk about? When you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. Yes, yes, and yes. Jump in with both feet and ride that wave, baby. I mean, especially if it excites you, if it makes you feel passionate, if it brings up this desire in you to do something maybe that you've never done. I mean, go for it. Go for it, collective. You know, life is timeless, but we never know for us how much time we actually truly have. So I think it's really important to try to capture as many great moments, as many exciting things as we can, because the memories that you create by doing this, and feelings of excitement just produces more feelings of excitement. It just multiplies. And if you're lucky enough to really have that thing in your life that makes you feel that happy and that excited, I mean, like I said, ride that wave. Ride the wave. Maybe some of you are surfers, but ride the wave, baby. Okay. Stop caring about what they think. This is your life to live and love. Exactly. One of the best messages, I feel. You know, so many people live for others. And when I say that, I mean, so many people live worrying about the opinions of others to the point where, after so many years of doing this, they don't even remember who they are anymore. And it's sad when you can see someone's potential, but they don't even see it in themselves. It's heartbreaking in a way, because you know that that person deserves that abundance of joy that they could have if they didn't care so much about people pleasing all the time, or if they didn't care so much about, okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to go for something that I truly love and truly want and truly desire because I'm worried about what my friends are going to think, or I'm worried about what my family is going to have to say. And I don't want to have to deal with listening to their criticism. So instead, I would rather sit and be miserable and do what they expect me to do, even though I hate it or I can't stand it, just because I don't want to fight for me. Huh? I mean, if you don't fight for something, you'll fall for anything, right? So I think, you know, you're definitely, yeah. And by doing that, all you're doing is just giving your power away. And somebody needs to stop doing that right now. Whoever you are, who allows other people to control your life from the inside out, and you don't feel like your opinion matters or you should have a say so, I'm going to say, yes, you do. And I'm going to need you to step into your power. I'm going to need you to speak up and speak out and let your voice be heard. And you need to let people know where you stand. And it doesn't mean that you have to do it in a disrespectful way, but you have to definitely be assertive if you have not had control over your life for a while. And I say that because to be in a mode of people pleasing, you have to be trained, molded. You have to grow up in an environment where that was something that was expected of you to do. And that's why it seems so odd to step outside of that comfort zone. And I hate that it's a comfort zone for you, because you should be allowed to be uniquely you. You should be allowed to speak up and say your opinion and have people actually respect the things that you say, especially if it's coming from, you know, a place of integrity, especially if it's coming from your heart space with good intentions behind it. You should have support system that listens to you, that respects you, and actually appreciates who you are uniquely. But if you don't, maybe you need to find that support system so you don't have to bear everything alone. So you don't have to feel alone in your own thoughts because you feel like there's no one who would understand how you think. You know, when you have to wear a mask and people please, people never really get a chance to genuinely see who you are on the inside. And sometimes it seems like people have this fear of opening up and showing that because of, they're afraid of ridicule or being laughed at, or maybe they think that they're weird and people wouldn't understand them. But you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I think everybody on the inside has some level of quirkiness or weirdness, which, I mean, I appreciate being weird. I don't want to just be average or normal. That's boring. I like things that are unique and people who express themselves in unique ways. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So you should never be afraid of that. Maybe you just need some insight right now. Insight is the fruit of wisdom. Keep a learning attitude. Again, maybe you've been taught to do things one way and there's been no other way or no other options of, and your ways of thinking according to your family values or whatever the case may be. How your friends think, nobody thinks outside the box. Everybody agrees with everyone. So nobody really has their own opinion. So maybe it's just common in the place where you sit right now, but maybe it's time for you to step outside of that. Prosperity. Prosperity comes from hard work and a love for life. If you're having a hard time loving your life, it may be that you're not reaching the level of prosperity that you truly desire and want. Maybe you're not in the right job. Maybe there is something that you truly desire that maybe you want to do and you're afraid to start doing it. But prosperity comes from hard work and a love for life. So once you start doing the thing that you truly love, I guarantee you it won't feel like hard work and it will bring you a level of prosperity. What else? Meditation. hmm Meditation connects you to your inner self. And it seems like some of you need to find who that is again. Take a moment to figure out what it is that you want from your life. not what your parents expect of you, not what your friends should think you should be doing. What do you want? What do you truly want? Who do you truly want to be? And if it goes outside of the norms or the things that are expected, okay. People have some amazing jobs that don't require a clock in from 9 to 5. People who travel the world and who are DJs and get to play music, that is an amazing job to have. Maybe because I'm in love with music, maybe that's why that sounds exciting for me. But whatever the case may be, people who travel the world and they're able to dance and express themselves in that way. What is it that you want to do? And if you're not doing it right now, maybe it's time to work towards having that as a part of your life, even if it's not your full-time job, even if it's just something that you do for yourself on the side in your spare time. It will still bring you a different level of joy. It will still connect you to who you are on the inside. And I guarantee you that's a smile that nobody can turn into a frown. And the last message for you is nurture. Nurture others and also yourself. Finding that thing, that truth that brings a smile on your face. Speaking up for yourself. Making others respect your opinion and your needs. Going after what makes you excited. Not giving your power away to others so easily. Having the right support system. Gaining insight about who you are through meditation and nurturing it can bring you prosperity. And prosperity is not just financial. Prosperity in your mind, in your spirit, that's a different level of abundance. But you deserve that, as we all do. All right, collective. Well, that's what we have for now. If the message did resonate, please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. You guys also hit that notification bell so you are notified anytime I upload a new message for you. If there's somebody that you love that might need this message, please don't hesitate to share. But until next time, you guys, bye. And P.S., you got this.